What's up, guys? It's Holiday EDC here. Just wanted to give you an overview and show you this Benchmade Mini Freek. It's model number 565. Let's see if I can get a close-up on there. So there's the Benchmade logo, USA 565. Flip it over on the other side, you see the blade steel there, which is CPM S30V. Very good blade steel. It's one of my favorites. It's right in the middle of the road where it has good edge holding, isn't going to be too terrible to sharpening, and the stainlessness works. I mean, I do live on the coast, so every once in a while I'll see a little bit of corrosion on it. It's not perfect, but I do live on the coast, so you need something insanely corrosion resistant to live out here with all the salt in the air. But it usually wipes right off. I mean, you don't see anything on there right now, just towel really wipes right off. So it does well for corrosion resistance. Blade stock is about 1/8 of an inch, so you do have some good sturdiness for it. And they do market this knife as an outdoors knife, which I totally agree with, because every time I'm whittling sticks or anything, the blade shape, it just bites in right at the tip and then slides through as you get through. Whittling is great with this knife, the ergonomics with the jimping. I mean, I feel very secure when I hold this knife. It sits back well, get all my fingers on it, and it is the mini version, so I do have medium to large size hands, and it fits my hand well. I do have some aftermarket parts on here. I did update the scales to these aluminum scales from Applied Weapons Technologies. And they have this cool topo graphic pattern that I added to it. It's pretty nice. It adds a subtle accent, but from far away you can't really tell. Let's see if I can get a close up of the topo. Also added a flytanium thumbstud and an MXG deep carry clip. It is titanium. Just a simple loop over. You can see on the inside there is milling to reduce weight. It is aluminum scales with an aluminum backspacer, so they aren't very heavy in the first place, but the scales gave a lot more sturdiness than the plasticky, rubberized ones that came with the knife. And I do realize there are higher end versions with better blade steel, G10 handles, but I have nothing against S30V. I would prefer S30V over some of their other options. So I wanted to choose the cheap one and then add my own scales to it, just because S30V is simple for me. I know what it's going to do, I know how long it's going to last, and it works. I mean, I don't have to kill myself like sharpening for half hour to an hour like M390 or something like that. I can keep it stropped up and works well. Give you some very close-ups of the hardware. The bronze clip does have a little bit of purple blue accents to it. The green, OD green, my favorite color. It is a stonewash blade and then a satin flat up here. Comes down to a pretty thin grind. It is a flat grind, so very sturdy for your edge. Here's the tip for you. Pretty sturdy, but comes down nice and thin. Have a little bit of grit on there. I do use this knife all the time. This is my number one. I will never let go of this knife. It is a favorite of mine. It's my, I can do anything with it. It's a Benchmade. I mean, it's fidgetable. I can flick it open and closed. It's hard to do under the camera, but you can do the thumb flick. You can do the middle finger flick with the thumb stud here. It's very fidgety. Just a quick little whip shot and it closes. The access lock here is what gives it the fidgetiness. Fidgety. Oh, okay. It gives it more fidget factor. And it's a very strong lock. I mean, it's a steel lock that is locking up with the blade back here. You can see as I open it, it moves out. That's the detent that rolls over. As it's coming around, it locks into this place here. And I mean, it turns into a fixed blade. This blade has zero wiggle side to side. It's very sturdy. I can put full trust in this knife, especially with the sturdy handles, giving, I mean, I ain't gonna bend that, you know. So this is the Benchmade Mini Freek. It's my all-time favorite knife, and I really enjoy it, and I would definitely recommend you checking one out. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye.